Good afternoon everyone, and how is everybody doing on this Thursday? I've got a poor thing going on already, let me adjust that. Let me know who's here's live, just drop a hey in the comments there, or if you're catching up on replay, as ever, just do your hashtag replay and I do then know that you're coming on board and I can answer all your comments later on. So let me know if you're here live, drop a hey in there, say hello, don't sit in the sidelines, like everybody to join in. So do let me know. I've not got any comments coming up at the moment, so hopefully they're working. Hey Anita, how are you doing? Right, okay, so today hey Irina, lovely to see you. So today I'm talking about the big P. This is the one thing that affects us all, maybe to varying degrees, and the key is to actually keep moving forward. Why is I'm flashing? Hopefully you can all see me. I keep having... Oh, Melanie, great to see you here. Yay! Hey, Sam. It's nice to see everybody coming in. So, okay, so this is the one thing. Hey, Helen. This is the one thing that is key to us either moving forward or staying put in our life and our business. And here, hey Els, hello from Belgium. So we'll probably have Chantal as well in a minute from France, and we've got Els from Belgium. So, hey everybody. So here is my confession. Here's my confession. This is something that I still have to work on. So what is it that I'm talking about? I'm talking about perfectionism. There, I've absolutely said it. So perfectionism nearly destroyed me, I will be honest. And, you know, it's one of those big blockers to moving forward in your business. And, it's when you actually spend so much time in over-perfecting something that you don't actually take any action. And it's something that I still have to watch myself. I do actually take that action to do something about it. And the irony, yesterday I put a post about perfectionism in my Boss Babe group. And so, I had a lot of comments actually coming back telling me that, of the things that it's actually stopping them moving forward too. But the irony of that post was I popped it on Facebook, and then what happens, I look at it later on when I was responding to some comments, and I realised that Facebook had literally just crammed it all in. Hey Pauline, hey, she had literally crammed my whole post in without any spaces or anything like that, which sent me into an absolute frenzy because I'd done it all nice with little emojis and all of those things. And yeah, blooming hell, Facebook had put it in. So my perfectionism bit had gone into overdrive because I looked at it and I thought, that's not perfect. It doesn't look right. Now, I resisted the urge to then go and spend loads of time actually tweaking it. And, because the point was in the actual text. And I was getting the responses that I wanted. People were commenting on how it had affected them too. So this is, perfectionism is that bit where you do go over and over those minute details. You tweak it, you redo it, you literally stare blatantly at it a lot of the time, just thinking of ways to make it look even better. And it's just a waste of time. It's, for me to have gone and actually making that email making that look nice. Yay, thanks Marie, you didn't even notice. That's the point. That is the point, isn't it? I would have gone in there, usually I would have gone back in and put loads of spaces in again to make it look nice. But as Marie said there, you didn't even notice. Didn't even notice. So, this is us tweaking instead of actually doing the important stuff that moves the needle forward for us in our business. And like I said, I'm talking from experience here because it is something that I really do have to still work on and stop myself. But it's been one of the biggest blocks, and now I know. And now I know I just move forward. I move forward. I do not get sort of wrapped up in it. And so perfectionists, if you are set these, I'm just going to unplug this bit because I keep getting an internet issue. So I don't know why I keep getting that. Okay, so perfectionists, if you're anything like me, we set really, really high standards for ourselves, which then means we put a lot of pressure on ourselves because that almost perfect bit is seen as a failure. When, the reality is there's no such thing as perfect. But for some reason, that's what most of us expect, especially as women. I definitely see more in women than I do in men. But that perfectionist mindset means that we wait to take the necessary action to move forwards towards our dream. And that is where it's a big problem. So if you at the moment literally stopping yourself moving forward and doing the actions that you know are going to make you more money and get you more success, then that's where there's a problem with that perfectionism. It's okay to have it that, we've got these high standards, but if it's actually stopping you, that's when it becomes a problem, because that's where you get stuck. You go round and round and round in circles. You have a fear of failure. So before you've even started anything, you're already thinking, I've got to keep doing this, I've got to keep doing that, because otherwise I might fail. Hi Caroline, lovely to see you. So also you might have this fear of looking stupid, or people seeing you out there, or that fear of being judged, that you think you're not good enough and that all the other people out there are better than you. Now, the thing is by this, and this is again another irony of it, that actually you can, hey Helen, lovely to see you. Michelle, that's definitely something that you've got to work on. Absolutely, it's stuff that we, and Michelle, you are now much more aware of it, is once we are aware of it, we can then actually do something about it. So Melanie, you too, you've always set really high standards for yourself. You've learnt most people don't notice, or if they do, they won't care or judge anyway. Absolutely. And I've just proven that. I didn't pay Marie to do that actually, but yeah, she saw my post yesterday, and it really got me into a real sweat at first, but then I was like, no, absolutely, I'm going to leave it, and it just proves the point that they didn't know, they don't. Now we can reduce our stress greatly on a day-to-day basis by shedding this energy zapping condition. I'm calling it a condition because it is something that can plague us. And the irony of doing so is that you will produce your best work by doing this. So Helen, you've literally just spoken to your mum about it, perfectionism on FaceTime. Yay, so let me know. I've kind of given you my example comments, how it affects you. What does it stop you doing? What's the worst thing that it has stopped you doing? This condition, I'm calling it a condition now. So just let me know in the comments there. Now the point is, we are solopreneurs, we're ambitious women, and, we're passionate about what we do. We're passionate about what we do. Yet this striving for this perfection in our goals means that we actually don't enjoy the process of doing it, and growing and learning along the way. That was the big awakening for me, that I actually stopped doing I knew was going to take my business forward, and actually my passion is really transforming the mindsets of fabulous women. You know, so that they get from being stuck to being totally unstoppable. If you did my course last week, that is what I'm passionate about. And actually, I was getting myself into such a rut, wasting so much time and energy by doing all of these little tweaky things, which then meant I wasn't enjoying the stuff that I love doing, the bit that I went into business on my own to do. We've got a few coming up, so let me read some of these. So, Irene, you have it when you post an image with the spelling mistake in the title and it's too late to change it. Oh my goodness, yeah. I've done that before as well. And Caroline, it used to stop you doing lives, but no longer. Yeah, you are flawsome. Absolutely, I love that. And you, Caroline, you are one of my massive success stories. And I know I talk about you all the time there, but you know, Caroline, when you joined my program, you didn't even do lives and big videos. And we can't stop you now. But yay, you know, one of the things that stops you is this perfection to do something to get it perfect before you do it. So you're one of my success stories, because we literally gave you a task of going, right, just get it out there. And you did it and you nailed it now. Absolutely. Helen, sometimes it stops you even starting to get a job done, as don't want to get it wrong or you do it badly. Yeah, and that's the biggest thing, isn't it? That we actually then don't do the thing that we know we need to do. Which kind of... Oh, and you posted the spelling. Oh, how funny. Nikki, so it's definitely slowing down the progress you can make with your business. We're going to soon sort that one out. We really will. So, Melanie, absolutely, you've let it affect you so much in the past. Now your mantra is to let it go, let it flow. I love that. You came up with another little mantra the other day as well, didn't you? It's amazing. Love that. Let it go, let it flow. Helen, you're really relating to this. So when we're kind of in this, where we are not doing the stuff that we love doing and what we are good at, because of this constant need to get things perfect and get it right, that it becomes more of a chore, doesn't it? It becomes more of a chore. And the biggest issue there is that we can get some, you know, we can worry about doing something imperfectly, that we can almost become paralyzed by that fear, and we just don't do anything at all. Now, I'm going to give you some tips now that are meaning that you do not have to lower your standards and just send out any old work without adding value. You can still strive for that excellence and be happy with your achievements, learning from your mistakes. So I've got some top tips now that are going to kick this perfectionism up the butt. So who is ready for that today? Who wants some top to kick this perfectionism up the butt? Let me know what in the comments there. So Helen, yeah, paralysed by fear just sums me up. It is, you know, it's a really common thing actually, that we can go into this paralysis of just not doing anything at all. Ready? Right, okay. The first one is that we have to learn to expect setbacks and stumbles along the way. Sounds really simple, but a lot of people think that success is a completely straight line, and the reality looks very different. Life is actually full of imperfections, isn't it? So there are going to be obstacles along the way. The way you move forward and then back, you know, up and down, sideways, zigzags, whatever it is. So if you expect that there are going to be some setbacks and stumbles along the way, then you will realise that this is how we learn. There is no failure, only feedback. Or as Marie Forleo says, you know, I love Marie Forleo, and she actually says, I win and I learn, I do not lose. And I think that is a great mantra to take. I win and I learn, I do not lose. So just have a go at doing it, and just expect that things are going to be, you know, a little bit like that. Don't go completely to plan always. So then I want you to ask yourself, what's the cost of this perfectionist tendencies doing to you? Yeah, Melanie, it's one of my favourites. It's an NLP presupposition. There is only feedback. There is no failure, only feedback. It's one of my favourites. So what is the cost of being a perfectionist to you? And I mean this as a literal cost. Because actually, if you spend 6 hours, let's just say, perfecting something, going over and tweaking something, going back in, but that actually means that you are not doing you're not in your genius zone, you're not doing the thing that you are an expert in, then how much did it cost you, literally? So I want you to break that down. List all the things that it's physically costing you, where you're not doing what the stuff you should be doing. But I also want you to think about the things, the kind of intangible ways that it's costing you, i.e. how is it hurting you? How is it hurting you in your well-being and those around you? Whilst you are not sharing your gift to the world, it helps no one, including you and your family. So do the tangible cost and how much is it costing you? And when you start seeing it like that, it's a stark reality. Stark reality so that actually you start before you're ready. That was the best piece of advice that I actually got when I was first starting my business. You will never ever feel 100% ready. So there will never be that perfect time. So use the JFDI. Just frigging do it. I could use another word, but I'm just going to use frigging for now. So just frigging do it. Absolutely. Start before you're ready. Just get stuff out there. Get it out there. Become visible. Get it all out there. Because remember, progress is more important than perfection. So let go of all of the tweaking. Whatever it is that you're working on, just get it out there. So people can see what you are genius about. Yes, before you are ready, absolutely. Totally. Say the yes and then work out. I always say in my programs, in like the Mega Success Accelerator program, that if you want to launch something, so we've got a lot of ladies in my program at the moment, they're launching their services. Get it out there and sold before you start writing it. There's nothing better than giving a deadline that you've sold a program that you suddenly now need to write it. So just say yes before you're ready. And the key with this is to take those small, simple, consistent baby steps. Your ultimate goal, ultimate dream. Yeah, Melanie, get it out there. What is the one thing you can do right now to get it out there? That's a task I'm giving you. Get it out there. Absolutely. Get it all written afterwards. So you can really reduce a lot of your stress by changing your goals. You don't have to sacrifice the end result, but if you set those bite-sized goals for yourself and reward yourself when you've achieved them, that is really taking those steps towards that big ultimate goal. You'll get there so much quicker. One thing that I actually follow as well now is something called the 2-minute rule. So when you get lots of things that you've got to do and it's all going into your inbox at the same time, I want you to, say you've got DMs and you've got inbox messages and you've got emails, quickly look at them and assess how long it's going to take. If it's going to take less than 2 minutes to do those right now. Do them all right now. It gets it off your list so that you haven't got that blocking you doing the stuff that you know you need to do. And set yourself a timer. Set yourself a timer to work on a particular thing. I've got little egg timers. I've got an hour and I've got a half an hour. And if you're thinking, right, I need to get a social media post. I used to spend hours, and I mean hours, writing a social media post. So, and then you'd think, oh gosh, only a couple of people have liked it anyway. So Now I get myself a timer for my tasks to do and I stick to it, no matter. So even if I think, oh gosh, I could just tweak a few things there, no, I just get it out once my timer's gone. So make sure that you sing, but be really clear that that's what you're going to do. When you've reached your time limit, you stop, because otherwise you'll keep on doing it. Again, I've got a saying, again, it sort of relates to the ladies on my course at the moment, that if you've got 3 months to launch your product, your service, you will take 3 months to do it, because you'll keep tweaking it until it's perfect for you. And it will never be perfect anyway, because you'll still, even when it's out there, you'll still want to change it. So I always say there is, bring it down to the least amount of time there. So actually, if I gave you 3 months to do it, you'd take 3 months. If I gave you 1 week to do it, you would take 1 week to do it. So always bring it down to the minimum amount of action. That's just your self-sabotage that kicks in to do that. And the other thing I really want to say here, one of my biggest tips here, is to enjoy the ride. We can really get so focused in the work that we want to get things right. And it's great that we want to do that, but we then forget the reason we're doing this in the first place. Remember your purpose for doing this. Why are you a female entrepreneur? Why are you a successful woman in business? Or would you want to be all of that? Tap into those things that light you up so that you are embracing it and you're enjoying the journey along the way. You might need to, go off and take a break, go for a run, sleep on it to gain a fresh perspective or something, so that you're making sure that you are. So I've just set Melanie the challenge of, just getting something out there. So for you, for the next week, what is that one thing that you could just put out your imperfect work? Just for the 1 week, just put out your imperfect work. Just get it out there. And I guarantee you, people are not going to notice. But they will notice that you are far more visible out there and you're doing it. So there's your challenge, to get that imperfect work just out there. So before I go, I hope you've enjoyed those little tips. Do let me know in the comments, as ever, what were your biggest takeaways with that? Which is the one that resonated the most for you? Which is the one that you think, yeah, I'm going to do that right now? Just let me know. Hey Karen, I've just saw you join in. Hey, how are you doing? So before I go, let me just talk about creating that mega successful mindset. And this is, I have now launched my Mega Success Mindset Accelerator again. If you joined my From Stuck to Unstoppable program last week, you will know the amazing mindset techniques that I gave you, and the absolutely phenomenal. So for those that you have done that, yeah, JFDI, yay. So if you joined my challenge last week, my training last week, you will know the changes that are already taking place. But if you now if you're that female entrepreneur, that woman in business, and you're looking to up level, and get that mega success mindset, you're ready to put this perfectionism nonsense to one side and get somebody that really supports you and really drives you forward, taking you to that next success level, then my Mega Success Mindset Accelerator program has now been released to everybody. I released it in the program last week, and this week, then there is still £1,000 off. So it's just 1475 to join this program. And this is my signature 12-week coaching and mentoring program. I know there's a few of my ladies that are actually on my program that have joined in the live today, but this is, literally taking you, accelerating your success. So, some of the ladies, so Michelle's in my program. Michelle, you were one of the ladies as well that you were perfecting things, you weren't doing the things, And actually we're now 6 weeks into the program, and you are on fire, girl, aren't you? You're on fire. You've got clients, you've got paid clients. You didn't even have anything to of January, and look at how far you've come. Yay, Kelly, you are a pass lady. You really are. And you are one of my fab success stories, because again, you literally put all of these obstacles to one side and you are nailing it too. There's Marie, there's Rebecca. I mean, Rebecca again is another lady that hadn't got her challenge out there, and literally she ran her challenge last week. And she was saying it hadn't got it perfect, but she got it all out there. And it was fantastic. She got some great feedback. And again, this is 5 weeks into the program. So if you are interested in joining the Mega Success Mindset, start on the 1st of March. So I will be opening our bespoke and our private Facebook group next week for everyone. So join before Sunday and you will get that £1,000 off. So if you'd like to have a chat with me about it, join me on a hot seat call. Just message me now and we can have a call together to do that. So I hope you've enjoyed today's session. I hope you all take me up on my little challenge for you. Please drop in the note this afternoon what you are going to do to actually get stuff out there. See you again next week. Have a lovely rest of the day, guys, and I will see you next week. Bye for now. See you.